All right, so my name is Chukwudi Martins Maris, and in this space, I teach you how to avoid Ponzi schemes and fake crypto investment platforms. And in today's video, I will be talking about Bitnest. For those of you that know me for some months now, you see that in the previous months, I always do analysis about Bitnest, and I tell you what I see and what the outcome could be. Right, so recently, I before December, we did the last Zoom meeting we did where we talked about Bitnest as a December project, whether Bitnest is a December project or not a December project. And you see that from the video, I analyzed Bitnest according to on-chain analysis, and we presented Bitnest according to what we found on chain and blockchain. But later on, same December, a lot of things happened. Withdrawals were paused. All right, withdrawal were paused. People stopped receiving the returns on their loop, and there was a problem. People started asking, why is it like that? What is happening? Why are we not receiving our withdrawal? And the Bitness said that it was as a result of network congestion. All right, it was as a result of network congestion. Now, after a few days, I made a video about the issue of network congestion, and I stated clearly that what is happening in Bitnest is not a network congestion, that they haven't told us the exact thing that is happening. And later on, they started saying that it is a USDT USDC mismatch. All right, and they said that from December 28th, when USDT USDC, which is Bitness Loop C, is launched, people will start receiving their payments. But fast forward to December 28th, nothing changed. All right, nothing changed, and people started eyebrows started raising. Why people are not receiving their payment? Loops are not dropping as they stated. And then they came up with another story saying that this time around, for you to be paid, you need to buy nodes, T1, T2, T3, and all that nodes. And then you also need, and T1 node is over $1,000. All right, so the question is, there are a lot of persons that don't have $1,000. Imagine if you have $500 in Bitness and you are just circulating $500, you don't have $1,000, and you are being told to go and buy a note of $1,000 for you to get your $500 back. All right, the point is that yes, everybody would have bought the note even without Bitness telling them, after seeing that okay, they have existed over time and they have been good. All right, they have been transparent, they have been good. All right, so if they didn't pause withdrawals, a lot of persons would have still bought the note and the coin without even waiting for Bitness to tell them. But Bitness seized the payment and expect people to buy nodes while their money were seized, which is absolutely wrong. All right, and then at a stage, they started saying that they're going to prioritize those who buy notes. That if you buy note, you should send your wallet to the ambassador or the your team ambassador for you to be prioritized. And we discovered that yes, some persons who bought notes actually sent their wallet to the team ambassador for their payments to be prioritized, which is exactly my problem. My problem is no longer that our money is delayed. My problem now is that they are now paying manually, which means there is still a control, there is still an admin control, which automatically negates decentralization mechanism, which automatically makes the smart contract not to be decentralized. It is no longer an immutable smart contract if you can prioritize some persons, those you want to pay and those you don't want to pay. All right, if an admin can decide those to pay and those they don't want to pay, then it is no longer a decentralized smart contract as we were told and as we saw on chain. All right, so if you watch my previous video, you see some of the discoveries that we've made so far, that this is no longer fully decentralized, that Bitness can now decide who to pay and who not to pay. All right, so that is it. Now, Now, talking about priority and waiting and all that, some persons say, yes, smart contract actually pay, there is actually wait payment in smart contract and note payment in smart contract. Now, I'm going to go back to my WhatsApp group to just share some conversation we had in our Bitnest WhatsApp group today, so that you understand what we are talking about. Because some persons were actually trying to attack me, saying that I was the one saying that this is not a December project, and now I am speaking. I'm not supporting what they are doing currently. Yes, I can tell that it is not a December project according to what I saw then, but now I can still tell you that it is no longer what I saw that I'm seeing now. What I'm seeing now is different from what I saw then, which automatically negates that the fact that it is not a December project. Now it is now a December project. So someone say, bro, even those who told us Bitnest is not a December project are doubting now. See, I'm not a doubter. I speak facts. I speak what I see. All right. So it's not about who is doubting and who is not doubting. Anybody can tell you any story. It is left for you to believe it or not. My own is clarity. All right. You need to be clarified on what you are being told, and that is what I stand for. If you tell me this is what you are going to do, and it is my money is there, you should tell me why you are going to do it that way. All right, so that is how it works. It is not about doubting. It is about fact. It is about clarity. It is about uh, being transparent. All right, so that is it. So it is not about who is doubting. And now, see, I actually told the person this because, personally, when you tell me something, I don't always keep quiet. I will always respond to you. All right, so first and foremost, I need to apologize to those who attended my training before December, where I told them that business was not a December project, because actually I was stating what I saw on chain, and there was no indication that it was a December project until 12th of December, when they started making a lot of changes. All right, so why did they not wait for December to be over before they made those changes, which automatically negates my statement that it was not a December project? So why was the withdrawal pause on December? Why were changes started coming up on December? Why were updates started coming up on December if it was not a December project? All right, so that is it. So I really apologize to those who attended that meeting. All right, because I can tell you that it is now a December project, because those changes started occurring on December. Until they come out to clarify some of the questions I asked them in my previous videos, I will keep on saying the same thing. All right, so and then when I say that, somebody say, Sir Martins, are you saying in a decentralized smart contract, priority wait payment cannot be used? Please, we follow you, educator. So the thing is that, yes, the person actually sent some things from ChatGPT. You see what the person asked: can a decentralized smart contract project prioritize payments automatically using account with? ChatGPT responded, yes, a decentralized smart contract project can automatically prioritize payment using account with, and this is actually a common and well understood design pattern in Web3 systems. Below is a clear breakdown of how it works, design options and key limitations. What payment prioritization by weight means: each account is assigned a weight or score based on predefined rules, such as predefined rules. All right, predefined rules. When they say predefined rules, it means that this rule must have been existing even before you invest, not after you invested. All right, so sometimes when we read, you need to understand what you are reading. Predefined means that this rule must already be existing before you invest, not after you've invested. They will pause your investment or delay your returns and start telling you to add more money for you to receive your money back. That is a Ponzi methodology. That is a Ponzi scheme methodology. I need to be very realistic to you. All right, so it has to be so in a way that you may even see a pop-up message telling you that your account needs to have so level of amount before you can be prioritized and all that, even before you do your investment. That is how it works. All right. So that is it. So the rules are based on the amount staked or locked, token holdings, reputation, activity. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? Reputation, activity, role, validator, node operator or contributor, time-based participation. Payments are then distributed proportionally or by priority order according to these weights. Are you seeing it? So this thing does not apply to the old loop because they didn't tell us anything like this, and we didn't see anything like this in the ecosystem. Even in all our research, we didn't find anything like account weight or priority for all the months that we've been circulating and receiving our returns. If there was nothing, if there was something like that, if there was a predefined logic like that, you will see some delays in circulation returns at the end of each circulation. When the system was still fully functional, you will see that there will be some delays. But even at then, even if you had just $1, your everything will return immediately. All right. So the account weight they are talking about is an update they did on December, which automatically negates my old training where I said that it is not a December project, because they did some updates on December that is prioritizing some persons, and that means there is an admin control on this project. All right. Okay. So that is it. So when you are defending something, you need to be very realistic. You need to be very clear about what you are saying. All right. So when they say account weight, you need to understand what they are saying. We need to understand how it works. It has to be predefined. Not after people have invested their money, you start telling them that you post their money and start telling them to add more money for them to get the previous money they put in the system. That is not how it works. Now, see what I responded. You need to learn more about priorities and weight payments in a smart contract to know where it is applicable, not just what you get from ChatGPT. Then you can know if it is applicable to a ROI paying project that has the same structure as Bitnest or not, and exactly where it is applicable. In a truly decentralized smart contract, payment logic, including any priority or weighting, must be clearly defined, fixed and immutable from day one. Are you getting it? When it is decentralized, it must be clearly defined from day one. Even before you invest in the project, it must be clearly defined from day one. All right. Everyone must know the rules before investing, and no one should be able to pause withdrawals, change payout orders, or force new conditions later. Not after people have deposited their money or invested their money in the system, you start giving them condition on how they can get back their money. That is no longer a decentralization mechanism. All right. So priority or waiting can exist in a smart contract only if it is coded transparently and cannot be altered by humans after deployment. All right. So from what you can see here, are you saying that the method they are applying now is a decentralization mechanism? Are you saying that it is immutable when they choose who to pay and who not to pay after you've invested your money, when they change the rules after you've invested your money, when they change the payment mechanism after you've invested your money? Can you still say that it is decentralized and immutable? So once withdrawals are paused manually, payouts are reordered, or investors are told to add more money, buy notes, reinvest, etc., before accessing their funds, that system is no longer decentralized in practice. It is now human controlled. It is now human controlled. So what happened in Bitnest is not how decentralized weighting works. That is a change of rules after funds were already committed, which means decision making power still exists outside the contract. So the issue is not weighting itself, but who controls it and whether it can be changed after launch. Decentralization is about removing discretionary human control, not just using blockchain technology. So you need to understand this concept before you start saying that this is how that account weighting and all that works on a smart contract. You need to understand the conditions at which this works. All this should already be implemented even before you invest your money. Not after you invested your money, they will start changing rules on how you can get your money back. That doesn't work. Thank you.